Yes, what does Trump's victory means for Ukraine? Hello everyone, welcome back to the Twinte TV YouTube channel. Today we are diving into one of the hottest topics in the international stage. What does Trump's victory means for Ukraine? It's a fight against Russia and the balance of global power. Now, Trump's promises to end the war within a day and the complicated history he shares with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky have raised questions about what this administration means for Ukraine's future. Let's begin with how we got there. On November 6, 2024, Trump secured his second term. Ukrainian President Zelensky congratulated Trump on what he called an impressive victory. But the question on everyone's mind is whether Trump will support Ukraine militarily or push for a negotiated settlement with Russia, one that might pressure Kyiv to make a significant concession. The two leaders have had a complicated relationship. Recall their infamous 2019 phone call, which sparked Trump's first impeachment. Back then, Trump withheld military aid to pressure Zelensky to investigate political rivals. Now, with Trump back in office, that look past could resurface. Trump's campaign promise to end the war within 24 hours is held, but is also vague. To date, we don't know how he plans to achieve it. Experts worry that he may pressure Zelensky into a peace deal on terms that favor Russia. Edgar Bello, a geopolitics professor, pointed out that Trump could leverage aid as a bargaining chip, withholding support to press Ukraine toward a peaceful deal. Such a tactic could significantly alter the power dynamics in Europe, potentially straining US-European relations if leaders feel Ukraine's sovereignty is being compromised. European leaders would likely step in to mediate any negotiations. Many European nations, particularly Germany, Poland and France, have strong interest in preserving Ukrainian sovereignty. Bello suggests that European leaders might push back if they feel Trump's plan undermines Kyiv's interests. So, could Europe sustain Ukraine if US support wavers? Some analysts believe they may need to increase their military and financial backing, which could create friction if they feel the US is putting its interest over the alliance's stability. Chris Alden from LSE Ideas argues that Trump's approach may make Ukraine feel rushed into talks. He notes that while Trump wants a deal, Russia and Ukraine may still see advantages on the battlefield. Both Putin and Zelensky would need to believe that negotiations are more beneficial than continued fighting. As of now, neither side seems ready to back down, especially with new arms arriving in Ukraine from NATO countries. The timing of these negotiations will be critical. Matthew Saville from the Royal United Services Institute warns that Trump's desire for a quick deal could reduce sustained support. Russia may use this as an opportunity to press harder, expecting that Ukraine's supply lines from the West might slow down. Trump's actions may signal to the Kremlin that US commitment is shifting, especially with pressure mounting in Ukraine for faster resolutions. Moscow has long viewed the conflict as a critical opportunity, and this shift could encourage them to intensify military pressure. In Russia, officials have been cautiously optimistic about Trump's return. However, as Dmitry Medvedev mentioned, even Trump may struggle to dismantle Washington's existing support mechanism. Others in the Kremlin noted that Trump left office with a record number of sanctions on Russia. The Kremlin's hope, as expressed by Sergei Mironov, is that Trump will somehow force Ukraine into capitulation, but would Trump really go that far? That remains to be seen. Russia isn't waiting for Trump to take office to test the policies. With ongoing strikes and pressure on Ukraine infrastructure, Moscow will watch closely to see if U.S. aid declines. For now, Trump's statements have opened up new possibilities in Moscow, even if they are cautious about expecting major changes. So, where does this leave Zelensky? According to Ukrainian analyst Viktor Kovalenko, Zelensky may need to work with Trump, setting political differences aside to secure a deal that favorable. Zelensky suggested that Zelensky could use Trump's desire to end the war as a leverage, but that might mean tough compromises. However, will the Ukraine public support any concessions to Russia? A recent poll shows that most Ukrainians still favor sovereignty over compromise, even if that means fighting longer. Svetlana Romanko from Razom, we stand says Trump's victory as a setback for Ukraine's freedom if it leads to a reliance on Russian energy or forces compromises that favor Putin. A reduction in Western support would not only impact the front lines, but could reshape Ukraine's future and position in Europe. For Ukraine, the stakes are extension. Their fight for sovereignty has brought immense sacrifice, and any shift in U.S. policy could redefine the future of Eastern Europe. So, what does Donald Trump's victory mean for Ukraine? It's complex. Trump's statement suggests that he wants to broker peace, but that peace might come with conditions Ukraine's unwilling to accept. European leaders might step up, but Trump's role as a major force in U.S. policy will influence the direction of the conflict in ways that are hard to predict. What are your thoughts? Do you think Trump can or should broker a deal between Ukraine and Russia? Let us know in the comments, and if you found this analysis helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe as we continue to follow this story. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit that notification bell for more